So I'm at Dunkin' Donuts this morning. I before I go on with the rest of the Q&A, and I'm getting my, coffee. And, what you do is, there's a speaker, in case you're not familiar with how a Dunkin' Donut Dunkin' Donuts looks in a drive-thru. There's a speaker where you make your order, and then you pull around to the window. So there's this, white van in front of me, and, there's a good line. It's busy, it's morning. The van fucking pulls off. I pull up to the window. The guy's like, $3.54, and all I ordered was a coffee. And I said, oh, my pal, my dude. I said, there's a white van. I said, there it goes. We laughed about it. Have a better morning, my Dunkin' Donuts friend. And then I went to Staples. I needed envelopes. Let me show you. I needed envelopes. And I bought them, and the girl at the counter that rang me up was so awesome. She also had a coffee. She's sipping it behind the counter like nobody's looking. But I said, I see you drinking that coffee, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, is it flavored? She's like, nah. I said, yeah, just regular milk and sugar the way I take it. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. And we were laughing, and she was wearing a backpack because it's back to school. And I totally would have asked her for a number if she didn't look 17. But you know what? It's nice. It's nice to talk to people, because that's what people used to do. You used to talk. First question. What's up, everybody? Welcome to it. I had to position the fucking camera because this goddamn iPhone, if you guys watched the fan mail on Friday, I dropped the iPhone 6 times. I'm like, where's my droid? But today is Q&A number 55, and we got a lot. I mean, look at this. Is it both sides? It is not, but it is a full side. It is another page. I just dropped that down. And another page. And some notes. Page and more notes. First question. 55, Rob Bailey. I know you're a big superhero comic book fan, so what superhero or superhero team would you like to see in a TV series or movie that hasn't been done yet? Wow, that hasn't been done yet? Well, because, they've covered all the good... No, I got it. You ready? Okay, you get ready. Back in the day, when Image Comics first came out, there was Spawn, and there was, a bunch of other people you never heard of, and they were like, this sucks. Well, Witchblade was really cool, but she had a TV series. Spawn got his own movie. Wasn't bad, but, it was good for, the special effects of the time, but if they were to make a new one, oh, man. Wildcats didn't look good from the cover, but if you read it, it was awesome. I don't know that Wildcats had their own... I think they had something. I think they had an HBO cartoon like Spawn also had. But, not your butt. But, Gen 13 did not have a, series, and I think Gen 13 would be pretty awesome. They're kind of like, the X-Men. They're young, but they were modern. They were a little more cool. Kind of like how vampires sparkle these days. I tried to do a straight face. But no, seriously, I think that would be a good, maybe like a 2-hour TV pilot, or, because you want to introduce everybody. You don't want to give everybody the origin story right away, because that makes for a good story later on, more of a flashback. But Gen 13, final answer. Cyber Sub-Zero 203, do I like the new Combiner War recruits, such as Rook, Alpha Bravo, and Off-Road? Here's the thing, and I just posted this in a chat group I belong to. Back before IDW currently runs the Transformers comic book franchise, someone else had it. I want to say it was DreamWorks or something like that. Dream something. And those guys, not only could they draw, not only could they partially write, because a lot parts of the story were just a retelling of the original cartoon series, but what they, not your butt, but what they did was They went and wrote a Bible of how the Transformer science works, and then they wrote a full-page biography on each of the characters, and it was like over 100 characters. I'm like, man, these guys are fucking awesome. Now, I have them, I have the comic books themselves, somewhere at home, and, what I'll do is when I get back home, because obviously I'm in the car, when I get back home, I'll go find that link. Somebody linked it on Wikipedia, and I'll put it out to Facebook, and maybe I'll try to make a video of it. Maybe. But to answer your question, I don't hate them, but I don't really like them. I understand the marketing concept Hasbro is using for these guys, but you know, the Protectobots guy, is that Rook? Is Rook the Protectobots guy? I'm not sure, but I think he is. That makes sense because Groove is a motorcycle, and he does not make a leg compared to like the other guys in the Protectobots, the first aid, the helicopter, and the police car. He's a little motorcycle. You know, he doesn't stack up. Now, I get there was size technology and it was just supposed to work, but whatever. Overall, it's fine. I'm not crazy about them. Feisty Pants loves off-road. We found him in the store the other day. Holy crap. Bartender from The Shining. Do I collect RoboCop toys? Not really. I did see all the 3 movies, though, and a couple of remakes. What's your favorite pay-per-view of 2014? I don't think you can top WrestleMania. And, do you think you look like Elmo? Dude. Oh, I forgot. Cyber also wants to know, can I play Transformers Battle Tactics and record it? Yeah, I'm looking into that. I'm not too technical savvy, but, I'm looking into it. So we'll figure it out. Mike, Sports Gear, other one. In Grimm's show, you mentioned you had a small sneaker collection. Can you please show it? Yeah, you know, I could show it. We'll put that in a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday video. So look for that in like a couple of weeks. I gotta get it all out. Polish up the shoes real nice. I won't stick it up your ass like The Rock would say, but you know where I was going. You know where I was going. Jake Fuller wants to know who killed Tupac. I don't know. Sorry, man. I wasn't there. Zach Williams, who is that guy that beat me up last Friday? Is he Stan 2.0? Yeah, you know, he could be. I don't know who the fuck he was. I was helping Grim out with some wrestling figures, and, you know, I got those Hero Masher guys, and I was gonna make, like, look, these are the cool custom wrestler figures. I was gonna actually break into custom wrestling, because I do a lot of custom Transformers. And I left them in the car. I said, oh yeah, I'll be right back. And then, kapow! I was unconscious, and I don't even remember what happened. Grim told me I went through a table. Jeremiah Baez wants to know who is Feisty Pants. Okay. Now, I'm gonna answer this a little bit later, but I will answer your other question. What's your favorite movie and character? Spaceballs is my favorite movie with a very close tie with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Those are the 2 funniest movies I've ever seen, and I could really watch them any time that they're on, at any point. I can even I could quote a lot of lines out of Spaceballs, and I can almost quote lines out of Christmas Vacation. From the characters from those movies, I suppose Chevy Chase's character, he's the father. He's pretty funny in Christmas Vacation. And then Spaceballs, I don't know, they're all pretty funny. I mean, Mel Brooks is a genius. I'm gonna go with Mel Brooks. Because he brings everybody together, and, you know, he's responsible for a lot of good humor in this world. Dane Gilhausen, where do I work this week? I work with Metallica! I'm a roadie! And what's your favorite Ninja Turtle movie? You know, I don't know that there is one. The current TV series, I think, had a special longer intro, you know, like a kind of like a multi-part series. Like the original Transformers came out with a 5-part series to introduce the TV show. And while it wasn't an official movie, it was a 5-part series. And if you were to watch it all in one sitting, it's obviously longer than a half an hour long. I would have to go with the way the Ninja Turtles current TV show opened in the multi-parts. I think it was 4. I don't remember how many it was. I would have to go with that. Because, Mike, I said in the last, Q&A, Mike, I'm not a fan of Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles at all. It was goddamn atrocious. The older Ninja Turtles, with the live action and the big goofy looking costumes, I'd have to go with the first one of those because the second one was alright, but the third one where they time traveled, I think just ruined it for everybody. I left out last week, Celestino SP on Instagram. We've been chatting on Instagram. He can't believe him and I are chatting on Instagram, or at all. Believe it, man! Believe it! He made this killer, he's got this picture, he's got this killer Lego bus, as a picture, and there's like all that. I don't know if he made it, but I said, oh, that's awesome looking, and, wants a shout out, but we don't do shout outs. But I answered your question. There's some other people who want shout-outs. I can't wait to get to that. Sonic and the Bean, what's up, man? Sonic and the Bean's show wants to know if I've ever planned to do Lego or Transformers stop motion. I've actually... This web show is why I do stop motion, is why I do this web show. My brothers and I, we have wanted for the longest time to make the action figure movie. And, it would contain, like, our Star Wars figures, our Transformers, G.I. Joes. Anything we had would be considered for the movie. The evil villain was Lord Hacky Sack. We had this Hacky Sack, and on it was just, like, this, sassy face with a tongue, like, sticking out like that. It was Lord Hacky. That would have been the ultimate villain. I still have it. I gotta find it somewhere, and I'll do an action figure review of Lord Hacky. It would be really funny. But to say the least, I do have, let me flip to my notes, because I had to flip to my notes. I do have a couple of coming up. So, I don't know how great they are. But they were fucking pain in the ass to make, I'll tell you what. Episode 80, I did Transformers Age of Extinction Slug, and I had this, verse Slag, because he was the Triceratops who used to be Slag. But Slag is now a derogatory name in, like, Europe, and it means asshole. So I had this whole bit about Dinobot asshole. And episode 80, check that out. Episode 235 is a Lego motorcycle transport, and I believe I did some stop motion in that. And then, if you just like funny and you like Spaceballs, episode 276. It's not stop motion, but it's funny. But yes, I do have some others coming up. I wrote them down here. Way back I did, with Feisty Pants and we did This Is War. There's a This Is War Part 2 coming up, and we did some stop motion in that. There's a Combiner Wars reviews about, Minosaur. I did a Transformers Street Fighter video. Fucking hilarious. And there's a Lego City Mini Helicopter, that I did some stop motion. The regular episode of This Is War was back at 200. Episode 200. And that is it for the foreseeable future. Until I do more! And there will be more! What else? Jason Bullock wants to know... Sorry, I was reading. How did I get into wrestling, and do you like the new Minecraft update with the new glass and everything? Yeah, you know what? We actually made a ton of new stuff, and we actually went and updated some old stuff with the new stuff. The update was pretty awesome. How did I get into wrestling? It was part of Saturday morning cartoons. I know you guys may not understand that concept, but you would go to school all week, and Saturday would be the thing you looked forward to, and nobody came out before noon because everybody watched Saturday morning cartoons. And it was like Tom and Jerry, it was Looney Tunes, it was everything. Dungeons and Dragons was on there, and wrestling, WWF, before they got the F out and became the WWE. But WWF, I It's a thing, I say it like that. Had a show, and it was usually on Saturday mornings for a little while. So then we got into it, and then when I was a little older, some friends took us, me and my brothers took us to, what show was it? It was old-ass WCW, and it was it Starrcade? I don't remember, but there were like 4 cages, like one on top of the other, and there was like 30 guys running around, maybe not 30 guys, but there were people running around from cage to cage to cage and up and down and back, and that was just insane. And ever since, we were hooked. Mark Ruggles wants to know, I just started watching your videos and really like them. You're awesome. He doesn't want to know that. He wants to say that. Thank you, Mark. John Alvarez follows me on YouTube and Amino. Thanks. I don't know why. That's not really a question. I must have wrote my notes wrong. But thanks, John. Thanks, Mark. Ambrose equals awesomeness. WWE. Do I play any video games? I play EverQuest. It is a game. You could play it on the PC. You can play it on your laptop. I would not recommend that you play it on your phone, unless you were very technical savvy. But that's really it. Aside from that, I don't really play much else. I have a Nintendo GameCube in the closet, but for it, I have the Game Boy Advance adapter. It plugs underneath, and I have a bunch of Game Boy Advance tapes that I play on there, like Super Nintendo, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, as a Game Boy Advance on the GameCube on the TV. I do dabble a little bit. I've learned enough to build in Minecraft, and Feisty Pants and I build, but to actually play Minecraft in, like, survival mode, forget it. I would get wiped out. Love Pac-Man. Love old classic games like Space Invaders, Dig Dug, Centipede, Galaga, stuff like that. You know, stuff that you guys are probably bored out of your mind with. You're like, who do I shoot? That's it. You know, you had one button. Pew pew. Aside from that, I don't really play too much else. Adam, WWE Adam Onamino, loves the show, loves how I went back into the back room at Toys R Us, opened boxes, and was like, bruh. And also, who's your favorite wrestler? And I was saying to him on what do you call, I have a lot of favorite wrestlers. Roman Reigns is probably the top. And, if any of the divas were to just appear naked in my room, I'd be like, yeah, you're my favorite. Anyway, but it's more about who I don't like. And you know what? The Miz and Bo Dallas, I cannot stand them to a point that they are doing their job so well because they're heels and they're meant to be hated, and I fucking hate both of them. Oh my God. The other day the Miz was on Raw with Big Show and Ryback. I turned it off. I was like, I'll come back to this. Fucking bullshit. Erickson Boy 03 wants to know. No, he doesn't want to know. He's telling me I should check out his new channel. He's a big fan of mine and my show and Grimm's show. Thanks. I'll check it out. LWS, Lewis Robinson, has been watching me for a few months now. And are you the guy in the van up the street? I'm watching you, mister. I'm watching you! No, I'm just kidding. He's been watching the show for a couple months now, and started when I appeared in one of Grimm's shows and wants a shout-out. Sorry, we don't do shout-outs. But I do answer your questions. Jared Roman wants to know, do I have an Xbox Live? And he would love to play with Feisty Pants on Minecraft. He's 9 and great vids. Awesome, happy birthday on being 9. Yeah, we're on the Xbox 360. So if you have that, and I think if you're just Xbox Live, I think you're good to go. Look us up. World at War for Life versus Sean. Oh, okay, I'm just reading my notes. There was a couple of fan mails. Hey, honey. Hold on while I check this out. She's wearing baggy clothes. So there was a couple of fan mails where World at War for Life totally hooked me up with a couple of Advanced Light cards and a Masahiro Tanaka that was just fucking banging. But then Sean is like, hey, I thought I was, the best fan mail of the year because he sent me advanced light cards that I didn't have. You guys are like tied. We gotta have a tables, ladders, and chairs match between the both of you guys. Let's get it done. Get her done. Not really. You guys will just share a prize at the end of the year. Daniel Hagar is a huge fan. He is DCH Wrestling on Amino. Thanks, man. I can't read my notes. I don't think you asked. I think you were just like, this is who I am. But I think we chatted on Amino. Listen, Amino is really cool. I like it. I will respond to messages 24 hours a day. But you know what's really tough is to sit in a chat group or whatever you guys keep inviting me into. Keep inviting me. If I have 10 minutes to sit in there and talk, that's cool. I will. But don't expect me to just show up immediately because, you know, there's this thing called life that I do. And I'm running around, you know. I'm chasing after feisty pants. I gotta work. I gotta fix the house and clean the house and all this other shit. You know, it doesn't leave a lot of time to just sit in a chat group. I know you guys are younger and don't have to experience that. And these other guys on Amino want shout-outs. Matt Lopez, 12, Lucas Peets, 123, DXDF, and the new Phenom Peep and Josh Blyle all want shout-outs. We don't do shout-outs. Sorry, man. But Josh Blyle does want to know, shit, where'd I write your question? Crap. I wrote it somewhere. Crap, I didn't write it down. How did I not write it down? It was something about my favorite wrestler. I'm going to have to owe you on the next Q&A. Braden Johnston wants to know, do I like Sin Cara and who is my favorite masked WWE wrestler? You know, I don't hate Sin Cara, but I don't like him either. Sting, whoever wears a mask, Sting is my favorite masked wrestler. World of War for Life, I forgot we were talking again. And he says he can make custom baseball cards in his spare time. And would I be interested in Andy Van Slyke custom? Hell yeah! You know what? Back in the day, all these other football sets came out, you know, alongside, like in the 90s, alongside all the baseball cards. So I was always interested in making, like say, like, you know, you take Andy Van Slyke picture from, say, like 88 Topps, and you put it on the 89 Pro Set card border, you know, and it would just be a different card. We used to call them promotional cards back in the day. One of the last, the non-baseball video I did a couple weeks ago, had, Michael Jordan promotional baseball cards. Same idea. But yes, totally yes, I would love it. Official BITW/Z. What the fuck does this shit stand for? He says, what's up? And he's glad I responded. And then he says, because I never respond to people. And then he says, he never asked me, is what he's trying to say. But how big is my wrestling collection? So I answered him, I don't have one, but I did do a video on Feisty Pants' wrestlers last week. And he's like, who is Feisty Pants? Don't tell me you love my show, and then you don't know who Feisty Pants is. That goes for him and this other guy way back in the day. Hold on, you were here. I saw you, damn it. Jeremiah Baez. And then there's this other guy. I don't remember. No, I didn't write his name down because I didn't want to embarrass him. But now you guys are embarrassing as a collective. Listen, I love that you watch the show. I love that I make you laugh. I love that you watch Grimm's fan mail where I appear and he hits me with stuff and you think it's funny. But, not your butt. Not your butt. But listen, if you're going to tell me you love my show and that you're the biggest fan and then you ask me who Feisty Pants is, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to me. Because that is just what they call like a double negative or an oxymoron. And then this guy, The Future on YouTube, he says he's never watched a Transformer movie, but he thinks my figure reviews are very good, but I need a setup like Grimm or Tommy's Toy Travel. Now, I haven't actually checked out Tommy's Toy Travel, but I said I would, and I said thanks, you know, I appreciate criticism as well as fans. And I said, more or less in the end, I wasn't actually planning to do this show. It's just something that happened, and I don't actually intend to be like Grimm or the next Tommy's Toy Travel. I'm Alex's Toy Show, and this is what I bring to the table. And he asked, okay, he said, thanks, and how about some advice? And I said, be yourself and do something fun. And sometimes practicing, like if you're going to do a lot of speaking, practice in the mirror. Say like, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Alex's Toy Show. And then you can see your expression and what it looks like in the mirror at the same time. And you can be like, welcome to the future. Something like that. And then you are the future. So it's like you're inviting people into your house. All right. This is a big-ass Q&A. So if I forgot anybody, I'm going to go through this, compare it to the video, and I'll just add it to next week because I think I forgot a couple of people. Real quick, if you're looking to send us fan mail, here it is, Alex's Toy Show, P.O. Box 13, Bayville, New Jersey, 08721. Now, on the Wrestling Amino, like I said, look me up, leave me a comment. Invite me to a chat group, but I more than likely won't join unless I have like 10 minutes to kill, and I'll sit down and see who's chatting. But I'm my pal Alex on there. On Instagram, I am my pal Alex _photos. LegoIdeas.com .lego.something darkside. I am also my pal Alex on there. Now, here's the show schedule. The AC is blowing this. Where's Sunday? Sunday is right here. Okay, Sunday! Sunday is Q&A, and if there's a pay-per-view, I'll do pay-per-view predictions. Like next week on Q&A 56, it's also Battleground, so be ready for that. Monday, I do toy hunts and toy hauls. I'll show you what I find if I buy anything. Tuesday is Baseball Card Tuesday. Feisty Pants does Minecraft on Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all sorts of other awesome stuff. Legos, Transformers, action figure reviews, both custom and regular. Fan mail on Fridays, EverQuest videos, other fun stuff. Sneaker collection upcoming. That's all I got. I didn't split this into two. I did it all in one. And like this video, leave me a comment and subscribe for more as I press the off button.